when you really get a superstar that people want to tune in to see, like the whole thing gets bigger. And soon enough, there'll be another one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Well, I mean, Izzy might be looking that way.
Izzy might be looking that way. He's nowhere near as good on the mic, though.
No.
Like, he
Connor's
tries
different.
to cut the promos.
I mean, it's good. It's still better than what most people are doing.
Yeah. He has something to say.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, he's got to find his voice almost.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you know, like...
How do you think his fight with Jan goes?
I hate this fight. Because, you know, I'm a big Robert Whittaker fan.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to like Izzy after what he did to Robert. And that's all credit to Israel Adesanya. But, like, you know, Robert's our national treasure and he, you know, he took his title. He gave him a blood nose and it was upsetting. And, like, this is a good fight for him. You know, it's a dangerous fight for him. Like, it is a winnable fight for Jan. But,
Yeah.
you know, Jan's got to kind of, like, he's got to, if he was throwing a lot of calf kicks, you know, that would be like his way in on this one.
Maybe. I'm almost assuming that Izzy would like not be there for him.
Not be there
it's
for a
like
calf kick.
for the amount of kickboxing fights he's been in.
Yeah.
You would assume he's at least got that dialed in.
Well, it's just because Jan's way to a win, like, it's not really by grappling. Like, Izzy's too slippery, you know?
Well, I've been sort of talking about this with a couple of friends. It's not like his takedown defense is good, but like in the way that like Ish used to say about subs, his takedown like prevention is like really good.
Yeah.
Like the way he moves as people would be coming in, like they don't actually have the opportunity to shoot.
Yeah, and he does a good way of, like, keeping it so when they're shooting, they're always too far away.
Yeah.
And, like, if they do get close, he scrambles like fucking crazy. Granby rolling everything, you know? It's like you've fucking caught a cat.
Yeah.
You know? It's just, like, moving everywhere. It, like, yeah. Jan's not going to be able to tie him up and, like, get, like, a knockout, like, off a clinch like he did off, like, Rockhold.
Yeah.
But, like, if he's smart about it, if he kind of, like, takes away his movement, hurts his legs a bit,
Yeah.
without reminding Izzy too much, you know, like, he's got to be onto it with his own checks.
Yeah.
You know, like, when you start throwing leg kicks on people, that reminds them, oh, yeah, I should throw leg kicks back.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really want to get Izzy in that space where he's throwing a lot of leg kicks back, but if he can hurt Izzy early, like, take away his base, he might be able to get into the spot where he can show him a bit of that Polish power. But
Yeah.
this fight's good for Izzy. Like, he's
Yeah,
a lot
it is.
faster. He's a lot more weapons in the stand-up game. And, like, he's good at, like, doing the things, like, canceling the things that John's good at.
Yeah. I don't think Jan has any different threats than what Costa had.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I think he's a better fighter than Costa, but I think the threats are the same.
Yeah, it's not a new challenge to Izzy. It's definitely not one that he's never seen before.
Yeah, of course.
It's a bit harder than the last one, but, like, Izzy had that one by miles.
Yeah, it was a butchery.
Yeah, like, if Paulo Costa got a little bit better, he's not going to win that rematch. Like, if Paulo Costa added, like, 3 more wrinkles to his game somehow, like, just became, like, way more well-rounded in different ways. And,
Yeah.
you know, got, like, I don't know, something really cool. Like, it's not going to be wrestling.
Yeah.
He's going to need something, like, I don't know.
I don't think he can.
Nah. He had this sick body punch. That was, like, his thing. But, like, you're not going to get that with Izzy.
Against a guy like Izzy, you're opening yourself up so much to land something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to come out better.
Yeah. Like, body punches are so dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
the one that I remember seeing because I saw it live was Tahuna versus Shogun. Yeah. Tahuna just stepping in with this body punch and just getting flatlined, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's similar to an uppercut, you know? Like, you think Chuck versus Rashad.
You've got to expose your entire face.
Yeah. Like, when you can land him, like the way that he got, like, Uriah Hall, where you can kind of really get a guy shelling up so you can just start, like, freely throwing him, then, like, you know, you can win a fight. But I just can't see him getting Izzy somewhere like that.
Do you remember Izzy being in a position like that against Gastelum?
I feel like I don't remember seeing him in that position.
Like, I feel like he was always, like, he was never backed up to the cage. He was circling, even if he was on his back foot.
Yeah.
He wasn't there to be locked up like that.
The shots that he kind of ate against Kelvin was just like a testament to Kelvin's head movement and footwork, really.
Yeah.
Like, he's good at getting out of the way of a punch and getting into your range before you know it.
He did such a good job of getting inside.
Yeah.
In that fight.
In every fight, really. Like, you watch him because he's a short, stocky guy, but like the way that he like, it was always like the same combo. It was his lead hook rear cross. You know, like when he like knocked Bisping's head into the crowd. You know, when he dropped Vitor Belfort twice in one fight. You know, like KG's my boy. Like, I love that guy. Like, I always really enjoyed watching him fight, and like, yeah, he was getting into Izzy not by just throwing punches and bunches and getting Izzy to block. You know?
No, he knew what he was doing.
You know, what is the way to beat Izzy? I think you'd need like someone like a Jon Jones who is like definitely slower, but a bigger version of like, you know, the same kind of body with like a similar sort of tool set, like familiar in the same sort of fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that looks like?
I feel like that's the one where Izzy kind of gets taken down. Like, if Jon Jones fights Izzy, I feel like Izzy gets some early success in striking, and then you know how like Jon Jones in his like up and coming run, he'd like try and beat someone at what they were good at, and then like say when Lyoto got him with that cross, he's just like, all right, fuck this, I'm taking you down.
Yeah.
Then he like, you know, he had that stat back then, like every fight within 30 seconds of taking someone down, he had them cut.
Yeah.
You know, so like that was his biggest thing. He'd cut people, and from there they'd start to wilt.
That second Gustafsson fight was just a different him. Like it looks like he was just trying to outstrike the striker.
Yeah.
Like exactly like you were saying. And then that second fight, it was just straight to the mat and damage.
Yeah, it was like all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm going to win this thing now. Take him down and just, you know, like Alex didn't do anything when he was on the ground. It was like fucking sad to see. But like, yeah, I feel like Jon Jones gets that fight. I feel like it's not like, it's probably a dangerous fight for Jon Jones, but.
Well, because it's still winnable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's.
I'd pick Jon Jones to be the favorite, you know? Like, I feel like it wouldn't be a very far margin, but he'd definitely be the favorite.